Now, do you see recording up there in the corner?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Hi.
Can you guys all hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're going to give people a couple minutes to get in.
You turn it down a little bit, it's pretty loud.
So while we're waiting for more people to come, we are going to take attendance to see who was able to join us tonight. So if you could, along the chat feature, you can get to it on the bottom of your screen. There's a bubble that says chat. If you could type in your name as a student, that way we can see who was able to come tonight.
Okay.
And if you aren't, how many of you guys have not used Zoom before? This is your first time?
No,
using
I
it?
haven't.
Okay,
Yeah.
so if you don't know, if you go down to the bottom, at the bottom of your screen, there's all these little buttons at the bottom. There's mute, stop video, chat is the one that you want to click on so you can see the little chat box on the right-hand side. And then you can just type in the student's name so we know that the student and or parent attended tonight. And I'm going to give them a couple minutes because I keep getting messages. People are joining. It's just taking a minute for them to join. So I'll repeat myself here in a second.
Hello.
Hi, guys. So if you're just coming in, we're taking attendance. So if you could, down at the bottom of your screen, you should have a little chat box. If you click on that chat box, a chat white box should show up on the right-hand side of your computer. And then just type your name that you're attending tonight so we know that you were here. And I'm going to quickly, I'm Mrs. Coker. I'm the instructor for medical office. And Mr. Dolsky's with me tonight. He's going to kind of help me out. He usually does this for me, knows a lot about the program. He's here to help me take attendance, answer any questions that you guys might have as we go along, because it's kind of hard for me to look at the chat and try to present at the same time. So feel free to use that chat box if you have a question, and he'll keep track of that. And like I said, he's going to keep track of attendance over there as well. I'm going to give people about 1 or 2 more minutes, and then we'll go ahead and get started.
1 or 2 more minutes.
All right. All right, so I'm going to repeat myself one more time. I hate to do it, but just make sure that everybody heard me after I admitted everybody in. So if you could make sure that you click on the chat. You can see the chat on the right-hand side, and then go ahead and type in there the student name to show that you attended tonight. We're going to use the chat quite a bit in terms of, I'm going to send you guys some files tonight electronically so that you guys have access to those and the documents that I'm presenting. And then if you have questions while I'm going through things, please feel free to put them there. Mr. Dolsky, like I said, is going to keep track of the questions. So my goal is to kind of go through some major information, mainly for the parents, as for the students, but mainly for the parents as we prep, over the summer with uniforms, school supplies, things like that, to start in August. So we'll go through those documents. I'll post those over there for you. And then at the very end, we'll do some like question and answers. So we'll go through those. So hopefully everything will go okay. Like I said, I'm going to email out, or I'm sorry, I'm going to post them in the chat, the documents that I'm sharing tonight. And then, hang on, so I got one more person a minute, hang on. Mr. Dolsky, I just accepted Alondra, she's in. Alondra, are you there? Alondra, are you there? Can you hear me? Yeah. Okay, Alondra's here, and then I'm gonna admit a couple others. Hang on just a second. It's being slow, I apologize. Hang on just a second.
What are you doing now?
Looking at everyone in here.
God bless it, it's hot.
Dang, we got everyone and their mamas in here. That's not my teacher. Who are you?
Hang on, there's one more people. Hang on a second.
There we go. And there's her too. Yeah. I don't know.
Wait for him to come in.
Yeah.
All right, so if you're just coming in, like I said, if you could make sure that your chat feature is on. Your chat is down at the bottom. It's like a little chat bubble. Make sure you click on that, and then you should have a chat that comes up on the right-hand side of your computer. That's what we're going to use for attendance and to post any questions that you might have while we go through this. And then if you could, make sure that you type your name in there. And Mr. Dolsky's in here as well, and he's going to help take attendance while we go along.
Don't know any of these people.
Okay. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So the first thing I'm going to have you guys do, just to make sure that we can kind of all hear and everything, down at the bottom of your screen where you have all the little buttons, if you want to go ahead and click on the mute on the speaker, go ahead and mute yourself just so that we don't hear any background noise. Hopefully you won't hear my background noise. But if you do need to ask a question, you just unmute yourself, and then we can go ahead and we can hear you while you ask the question, okay? Hang on, I have two more people to admit. Hang on a second. Okay, so again, if you're just coming in,
2 days and a couple days of this per week next
if
year.
you're just coming in, please make sure that you mute your microphone until you're ready to ask a question. And then please make sure that your chat is turned on, and then you type your name in the chat box there on the right-hand side so that we can go ahead and take attendance. So I'm going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to share my screen with you guys and present a couple things to you and just kind of share some information. Like I said, I'm going to share some documents with you over in the chat, so I'll do that
Can you shut
here.
up, Mom?
Quit screaming.
I'm going to
Why isn't she talking?
Hang on just a second. Sorry. I'm coming. Hang on.
Did she hear me?
Yeah. I'm trying to add someone and it keeps saying joining and I don't know how to help her, so I apologize. Sorry. Okay. Mr. Dolsky, I don't have the option anymore to send a file either. Do you have that option on yours or no?
I do, yeah.
Wonder why I don't. Let me see if I can scroll down.
And you're in the chat?
Yeah. Let me go back in and yeah, I was going to share the PowerPoint, but I don't see it. Won't give me that option anymore. I'm not sure what's going on. So let me go.
Well, let me try then.
Okay. All right, so while he's doing that, I apologize. I don't have my little file thing isn't popping up so I can send you guys my files. I don't know what's going on. I'm going to share my screen with you so that you guys can kind of follow along with the PowerPoint that I created, kind of outline some information. And again, I can email this to everybody once we're done. So here, welcome. So I put some links in here and we're going to talk about those links and I'll show those to you as well. If you want to run them down, you can, but like I said, I'll try to get these emailed out to you here tonight. The biggest question that we always get is about scheduling classes and ordering uniforms. You're going to basically do all of that at one website. It's the onedayefcts.com, basically the website that you guys went to tonight to join the Zoom meeting. Same website, that's where you're gonna go to order your uniforms, and we'll talk about the uniforms here in just a second. Schedule your classes. The school calendar is out there. I'm hoping to send that to you tonight as well. If you have questions about busing, you do need to contact your homeschool. When I say homeschool, I mean like your high school. So like I live in Pickerington. If I were a Pickerington student and I'm coming to Eastland Career Center, then I need to contact Pickerington High School and their bus garage to figure out the busing from my home school to the Career Center. If you need information, there's the school office phone number. Because of things going on right now, I will tell you we do have limited hours that people are in the office. But you know, if you need to leave a message, someone will contact you. So a little bit about the medical office program if you're not familiar with the program, or for those parents that you heard your student talk about it but you wondered what it's all about. So basically it's combining medical office skills, medical terminology, office procedures, all those things to help prepare a student to work in any type of medical office setting after they finish the program. So you can see there during their junior year, we have the courses, fundamentals of business, office management, and finance foundations. During senior year, we will have medical terminology and medical office management. Here's the certifications that the students earn throughout the 2 years. Junior year, we focus on first aid, CPR, Microsoft Word, Microsoft Excel, and Microsoft PowerPoint. During senior year, we do OSHA healthcare, HIPAA, CMAA, OPAC, and Outlook. So I'm very proud of our program and that we allow our students to earn so many certifications to help them be employable after graduation. There's a couple job postings that I just put out there so that you guys can kind of see what are some of the jobs that you can apply for once you graduate. These are some of the ones that my seniors right now are applying for at different hospitals and things like that. And we'll go through a whole, really, basically we'll focus on this really during your senior year, starting to apply for jobs in hopes that, you know, come May of your senior year, you start getting interviews and things like that. And we kind of see right now, I mean, healthcare is huge right now with everything going on. So I'm, you know, positive that the outlook is going to be good by the time you guys graduate, that we will help you guys find jobs. College credits that you can earn through the program, through COTC, Columbus State. We'll talk more about college credit and things like that during senior year, so I'm not going to focus a lot, but just so that you know that you do have the potential to earn college credit through attending the 2 years in the medical office program. Couple things to mark your calendars for. Back to school night will be Tuesday, August the 11th, 4 to 7:30, and this is tentatively scheduled. Again, dependent upon if there's new guidelines per Governor DeWine. You know, we're hoping that that'll be a normal back to school night where you can come in from 4 to 7:30, tour the school, pick up your schedule, find your classes, you know, ask me any questions you might have then, pick up uniforms if you have your uniforms shipped to the school. And again, it's 4 to 7:30. And then the first day of school for juniors is going to be Thursday, August the 13th. And again, I just want to put that out there. If something should change per Governor DeWine, you know, of course, we will let everybody know. But as of right now, we're hoping, fingers crossed, that everything will be normal. First day of school for juniors is Thursday, August 13th. So it's just juniors. Seniors won't start until the following day, just so that juniors can get through the school, excuse me, get acclimated and find their classes and things like that. Typical day for juniors, you're going to have your lab first through fourth period with me, and then you have an academic or a lunch fifth or sixth period, and then typically you have your academics in the afternoon. Senior year, your schedule is flip-flopped. You have your academics or study hall in the morning, and then lunch, and then you would have the medical office lab in the afternoon. So academic classes, I know that this is always a question for people. How do I schedule my academic classes? What are they based upon? So a major thing that we look at, first of all, is your graduation requirements. What credits do you still need? What classes do you still need? So I'm going to show you guys a quick video that our guidance office has put together about academic classes. And then I'm going to pause and we'll look at questions if you guys have questions, and then we'll keep going. If you came in late, because I know I had a couple people come in late, please make sure that your chat is on and you type your name in that chat so Mr. Dolsky can go ahead and take attendance. And here is the presentation that our guidance office put together. It's all about our academic classes.
Welcome to Eastland Career Center. Did you know not only does ECC have amazing labs, they also offer an assortment of incredible academic classes.
Can you guys
For
see
example,
that?
math. Math offers geometry.
You can't see it? Okay, hold on.
No, I can hear it, but I can't see
Okay,
it.
hang on. That's what I was afraid of.
Welcome to Eastland
now?
Career Center. Did you know not only does ECC have amazing labs,
I gotta go back into it. Sorry guys, hang on just a second. Let me go back into my Zoom.
And for anyone that may have just joined, I'm not just a random person. I am a teacher at Eastland. I'm one of the English teachers. So I won't necessarily be with you in lab, but some of you may have a class with me. And also when we have visit days, sophomore visits, and events, I always work with Mrs. Coker, so you'll probably see me around for things like that.
Sorry guys, I'm gonna get the video again. Here we go. And let me. Okay.
Now we're good.
Okay.
Labs. They also offer an assortment of. Welcome to Eastland Career Center. Did you know not only does ECC have amazing labs, they also offer an assortment of incredible academic classes. For example, math. Math offers geometry, algebra 2, algebra 3, transitions, statistics, pre-calculus, and calculus. Several of these courses are offered as College Credit Plus classes. You do need 4 credits of math for graduation. Science. Keep in mind if you're a cosmetology or dental assisting student, it is required that you complete anatomy and physiology during your junior year. That is, if you have not already completed it at your home school. Those programs are also encouraged to take chemistry their senior year. If you are in landscape design and management, it is required that you complete plant science during your junior year. If you're in medical office, it is required that you complete anatomy and physiology your senior year. And if you are in culinary, it is required that you complete biology food science your senior year. Science offers anatomy and physiology, physics, chemistry, environmental science, plant science, and biology food science. You are required to have 3 credits of science to graduate. Social studies. Social studies offers government and economics. Both are semester courses taken your junior year. Each course is worth half a credit. The electives for social studies include psychology, sociology, history through film, and world geography. If you have not completed American history or world history, those courses are available through Trekka Online. You are required to have 3 credits of social studies courses to graduate. English. English offers English 3, English 4, Accelerated English 3, Accelerated English 4, and Freshman Composition, which is a CCP course. You need 4 credits of English to graduate. Our Media Center. The Media Center provides fiction and nonfiction books in many formats, print and audio books, and ebooks. The Media Center also provides access to several databases for school projects. The Media Center is open daily from 7:45 a.m. until 2:30 p.m. It provides comfortable space for student collaboration, quiet study, printing, researching, and unwinding during lunch. Ms. Anderson, our awesome media specialist, is always available to assist you in finding just the right books or material and in using the databases to find the information that you will need to be successful at ECC. The SLC, Student Learning Center. There are several reasons to visit the SLC, which include help on assignments, taking a test, it's a quiet place to study, to use a computer, or if you need organizational help. Our awesome Miss Huey and incredible Miss Maddox are happy to help you. The SLC is open from 7:30 a.m. until 2:30 p.m., and it is open for all students. For scheduling requests, you will need to visit the website for one day. The website is onedayefcts.com. Once you're on that website, you will click the link to submit your scheduling requests for the 2021 school year. This will send you to a Google form. Please make sure to complete all of the information within the form. Welcome to ECC. We can't wait to meet you.
Okay. So I'm going to pause for just a second and see, do you guys have any questions about academics or signing up for academics or anything like that. Mr. Dosky, was there any questions while we went through?
No, and maybe while people might be thinking of them, I wanted to say that for medical office juniors, your schedules will most likely include whatever math class you need to take next year. So wherever you were this year will help decide that. English, if you are right now enrolled in like regular English classes, then that would be English 3. If you're on any sort of like fast track or accelerated or college prep, then that would be accelerated English 3. You're already going to be enrolled in the social studies classes. And then the science is really up to you, because as he said in that email or the video, you only need 3 science credits, and you have to, as a senior medical office, take anatomy and physiology. So if you want to, you could just wait to take science until next year and maybe leave yourself with a study hall or something like that this year. Or if you like science or you want it to, you know, build up your transcripts for high school, you could take a different science class and just have 4 credits. But Mrs. Coker, what do you think most students do normally? Take that study hall this year?
It's a mixture, like, it kind of depends. I have a lot of juniors that have one study hall during their whole junior year. Some don't have any, but then during senior year, then you would at least have a study hall senior year. It kind of depends how your schedule goes. But if you want to make sure you do get a study hall, I would make sure that on that Google form, when you fill that out, make sure that you put that in there. I would also suggest, and it just kind of dawned on me, I made myself a note, if you are on an IEP or a 504, make sure that when you are filling out on that Google Forms, please make sure that you make a note of that. I've had situations in the past where students were accepted and somehow the communication wasn't there, and we did not receive a student's IEP information until like the 3rd or 4th week of school. And I really don't want that to happen. So make sure that you have that in there, or just, you know, make sure that you call our guidance office and make sure that they know, or say, hey, did you guys receive my student's IEP or 504 information? One other thing I do want to point out, you guys as seniors, because you're in the medical office program, you will have to take anatomy. That's a science credit during your senior year. Because it is important that you understand anatomy as it pertains to medical terminology and things like that. The good thing about it is if you ever go on to nursing school or medical assisting or whatever it is, you will have to take anatomy in college. So it's a really good prep for you to, you know, learn all the terminology and things like that as you go along. So, Mr. Dolsky?
Yeah, you made me think of something when you mentioned IEPs.
Okay.
Eastland also offers co-taught classes in all our academic subjects. So if you're currently like in a math class that's taught by 2 teachers, we also offer that at Eastland. So it might not hurt to like when you're filling out your schedule to put that in there. I know some people have an IEP that requests that they be in a co-taught class. So that might just already happen on your behalf, but we do offer that in our academics too.
Okay. Before I go on, any questions?
Yes.
Where do we do it? Sorry,
I'm
go ahead.
sorry.
A quick question. So none of the classwork is done at the homeschool. It's all done at the Career Center?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
When we make our schedules, where do we do that at?
It's gonna be like it said here. Let me share my screen with you real quick again. Hopefully this will go okay. Let me share my screen with you guys again. Here's where I showed you the academic, and I'll send you guys the link, or I'll have Mr. Dolsky do it, because like I said, for some reason my little file option, Mr. Dolsky, isn't showing up. I don't know what's going on. If you want to share that with them. If you go to, can you guys see the one-day site that you guys actually went to join tonight? Do you guys see that?
Yeah.
Okay. If you go there, there should be, I gotta move a box real quick. Here's where you guys are gonna order uniforms. It says start here, ECC, FCC students. You click that, it's gonna take you to another page where that's where you'll do like your emergency medical forms. You'll fill out the information for scheduling. All of those things are gonna, basically, this is like the main hub where they want you to go to start anything with the school. So like I said, basically the major ones here is gonna be the uniform section. You can start here, where it says start here, ECC, FCC. It's gonna give you a lot more information.
The page that you're showing them right now is the link I just sent out in the chat.
Okay, thank you.
That has all those things. Like you can see the second link there is class scheduling and uniform, or school calendar, like when we have breaks and stuff.
Do you want to go ahead and share the calendar with them and the uniform guideline before I start with that? Okay, thank you. So like he said, here's where you're gonna go. Uniform, class scheduling, frequently asked questions. And again, my plan is to mail out to all of you next week. I'm gonna mail out everything that we've shared with you tonight. School calendar, this PowerPoint, the links, all those things, uniform information. I'll share all of that with you. Next week, I'll just send you a letter and include hard copies or paper copies of all that information. And then I'm gonna pause. Do you guys have any questions before I talk about uniforms?
Yeah, I have one.
Okay, go ahead.
So when we were making our schedules before we went on quarantine, I was signed up to do anatomy and physiology. Do I have to do that senior year, or am I allowed to do it junior year?
For my class, all seniors take it senior year. And the reason, there's a whole reason why we do it. I would bore you if I tell you right now, but there is a reason why we do it senior year, because of the way that it co-joins with the medical terminology course that you will take with me. And that's why we do it senior year. So junior year, more than likely what's going to happen is they'll probably choose something else for you to take that you haven't already taken during freshman and sophomore year.
Okay, so I would take chemistry or something like that?
Probably, yeah.
Okay.
And if you have questions about that after, you go to that scheduling link and you fill out the Google form, maybe put that in the comments that that's what you were planning to do, but now you learn that you have to take it senior year, so you're just kind of wondering, what should I do junior? And they'll figure it out for you.
Okay.
That help?
Yeah.
Okay.
Mrs. Coker,
yeah.
Miriam asked a question in the chat.
Okay.
When we make our college resume in the future, how will our experience at the Career Center benefit us?
That's a very good question. I would share a resume with you, but I can't do that right now because, again, for some reason, I don't have the feature. I don't know what's going on. But I wish I could show you guys a senior resume. Actually, you know what? Let me see if by chance I can pull one up and maybe show you here after we get done. Basically, a lot of my seniors are applying for jobs, and what they have on their resume compared to just a high school graduate would be all the different certifications and things like that that students are earning. I also try to get students to do some kind of school to work experience where they go and get office experience while they're a senior. There's some more information about that will come out during your senior year. But like I said, I'm very proud of our program because of all the different certifications that our juniors and seniors earn throughout the 2 years that can be beneficial when you start applying for jobs. Does that answer the question? And again, I can share I'd like to share a resume so you guys can see it, but I don't know what's going on. I practiced with this, sending files. For some reason, I don't have the option anymore. I don't know what's going on.
Want to email it to me since it's working for me? I can always share it.
Okay, I'll do that here.
When we go to schedule our classes, how do we know how many credits we have? How do we check that? For example, how many credits I have for math, so I know what to schedule for.
That's a very good question that I don't know the answer to. I'm assuming that when you go into that Google Forms, when you do the scheduling, you choose it, and again, I would just make that comment in there. Because
And I think unless you have failed a class in the past, you would have received credit for it. So as a sophomore, I'm assuming you took English freshman year, English sophomore year. If you passed them both years, then you have 2 credits of English. And then
So then what would I sign up for on the Google form? Would it be English 3?
English 3 if you were in like just regular English classes, accelerated English 3 if you were in advanced or accelerated.
Okay.
I think, and don't quote me on this, but I think when you get in there, it'll have like a little blurb next to each.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I see it now. Okay.
Class, and it'll tell you, does that make sense?
Yeah, I do see it now.
I think that's how, and again, don't quote me on that because I haven't actually seen it, but I think that's what they were going to do.
Okay, yeah, I see where it explains it now. Thank you.
Okay. All right, are any other questions about classes? And then I'm gonna jump into uniforms because I can already tell that there's questions about uniforms.
Yeah, someone just asked what type of shoes.
Okay, let me go in. I'm gonna share my computer with you guys again. Let me make sure I have my, oh, Mr. Dolsky, did I send you the facts from the guidance office? Do you want to share that with them as well?
Yes.
That just, so what he's going to share with you is basically what was that presentation just a second ago. It may give you some more information about, and I'll show you to here in just a second. So here's what he's going to send to you guys. It's basically frequently asked questions from the guidance office. Are you guys seeing that on my screen or on your screen, the frequently asked questions?
Yes.
Okay, and Mr.
Yes.
Dolsky is going to send you a copy of that. Hopefully that'll go through. So uniforms, this is always a major question, is about uniforms. Mr. Dolsky sent you, I think, the uniform guide. That's also posted out there on that one day. So just a couple things about uniforms. You are required to wear uniforms. We are expecting you to have those uniforms by the first day of school. I'm going to tell you right now, does that always happen? No. If for some reason you don't get your uniform by the first day of school, please, 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 I'm begging, do not panic. I've had people panicking the first week of school, claiming they're going to withdraw or not come back, or because they don't have their uniform. Please don't panic. We will work it out. I will give you an example. I had a student last year, horror story, she didn't get her uniforms till October. So I don't want that to happen, but we worked it out, we figured it out. So just don't panic, don't let that keep you from coming to school. We'll figure it out when you get there. Uniforms are purchased through what's called Pro Forma. That's the vendor that we use. You are going to order the dark blue scrub top. It's a dark blue and black scrub pants. Try to order as soon as possible. They did want to make sure that you guys know, if you order by July the 19th, you do get free shipping. When you order, you can order and then have it shipped directly to the Career Center, and then you can pick up on back to school night. So again, you guys are ordering the dark blue tops, black scrub pants. I would suggest that you order at least 1 or 2 pairs. And then if you would like to order the Eastland jacket, I would do that. We do not allow students to wear outside jackets or coats or sweaters or anything like that in classes, but you will be permitted to wear the Eastland jacket that they sell via Pro Forma. So I would encourage you to do that. I do allow students to wear long sleeve t-shirts underneath their scrub tops during the winter time because I know that it can get very cold. We just don't allow hoodies or anything like that. So please keep that in mind. Tennis shoes, all I'm asking is that they are tennis shoes. We try to go by kind of the OSHA guidelines when it comes to healthcare, where no open-toed shoes. I don't really want the open Crocs that have the holes that need to be closed. Any type of tennis shoe, stay clear from a Vans or a Converse. Make it more of a tennis shoe that would be permitted in any type of healthcare setting. So I'm going to pause. And do we have any questions about uniforms? Mr. Dolsky?
The major question you already answered. And then someone sent me a private message asking if we have any special days at Eastland where we wear something other than uniform, and the answer is yes. They're not like scheduled in advance necessarily. Sometimes we have a day where we can wear jeans, or Mrs. Coker will talk about BPA, and that will like change out of your uniform into something different. So those will come up as we go through the year.
I know this year we had a couple spirit days where our administrators allowed us to wear like school spirit. So for like me, I live in Pickerington, so I wore my Pickerington t-shirt, that kind of thing. When we have some other days where you're allowed to wear jeans, no holes, I'm going to put that out there now because I know a lot of us have holy jeans. So on our jeans days, just be mindful that if you don't have jeans that don't have holes in them, get a pair over the summer, because the one rule is that we are not allowed to have holes in our jeans, and that's just a safety issue for some of our programs. In order to be consistent, we just don't allow holes in jeans. So like Mr. Dolsky said, usually one day a month we have jeans days. It's kind of up to our administrators. We might have school spirit days, things like that. And then I'll talk about professional dress here in just a second. Was there any more issues about uniforms?
Well, there's a comment that was sent to me that said that they spoke to a rep at Proforma, and she said because of COVID-19 that they will accept exchanges if a uniform doesn't fit.
Okay. My one plea with everyone is, I will say, for me, I have no control over uniforms. To be honest, the only thing they tell me is what colors I can choose from, and I tell them, hey, I want blue for the juniors, blue tops, black pants. Other than that, I don't know anything until we get back to school in August about the status of an order or anything. So if there are major issues or questions, I would try to talk to Proforma, and then if you can't get anywhere, feel free to email me. But a lot of times I feel a little bit helpless because I'm the middleman and I don't know that much about it, since I don't, it's summertime and it's usually through Proforma. So
Mrs. Coker,
yeah.
do you care about the shoe color or a long sleeve shirt color?
No, I don't. It can be anything. Okay. Nope, anything at all. Just make it school appropriate, don't for the shirts and stuff. That's the only thing. So I'm going to quickly talk about professional dress. Typically once a month, we will have what's called a meeting day, and we'll talk a lot more about this in August when we start school, where you do have to dress professionally. So I've given some pictures there of some of the things that I'm looking for. Again, we'll go over all of this come August. So just be expected one day a month that you will have to be in professional dress. And I don't expect everyone to go out and buy a suit. You don't need to do that. I'm just asking for students to wear, a nice dress shirt, nice dress pants, no leggings, no jeans, professional dress. And what we're trying to do is teach students, being prepared for professional situations, either it be networking, job interviews, job shadows, things like that. Being prepared to dress professionally and I will say again, don't go out and spend a whole bunch of money on professional clothes. Again, it's once a month. It's up to you. We'll go over kind of the guidelines and things like that again come August. Any questions on that?
We have a question about on days when we can wear jeans, are we also allowed to wear leggings or sweatpants or just jeans?
It is As I always tell my students, it is a jeans day, so only jeans. No leggings, no sweatpants, no pajama pants, no dresses, no skirts. And that's not coming from me, that's coming from our administrators. And I'll share more about that when we know we have jeans days. But I always tell my students it's a jeans day. It's called a jeans day because it's a jeans day, not pajama pant day. I wish we had pajama pant day. You know, no leggings, nothing like that. Any other questions? Okay. Sign up for Remind. Do you want to go ahead and, Mr. Dolsky, share the Remind with them? So I would encourage you guys, he's going to send you the Remind, and I will send all this out, paper copy to everybody. I would encourage parents, especially, and students to sign up for this, because I do use it a lot, mainly to send out reminders about different things going on for the school or for the class, things like that. I will use it a lot over the summer to keep in contact with you guys, because I know that we have quite a bit of time between now and August. So I will use that Remind a lot to just keep in touch with everyone. So please make sure that you sign up for that. There was something I was going to say about it, but I can't remember. Oh, I was just going to say right now I'm using it at least 3 or 4 times a day with school being closed. I don't know what I would have done without having Remind right now and keeping in touch with my students and my parents. So please make sure that you sign up for that. Were you able to send that to them?
Yep, it's in there.
Okay, thank you. So looking ahead, if you want to go ahead and send that to them as well.
Yeah, sure.
So looking ahead, just so that you guys know what to kind of expect in June, July, and then August. So in June, and you can kind of take a look at that. And again, I'll mail a hard copy or a paper copy out to you guys, just so that you guys can kind of see what to expect in June. I would say look forward to the one view where you're going to have to start filling out your emergency medical forms, start getting the uniforms ordered. Again, looking at ordering 2 sets of scrub pants, scrub tops, making sure that you have tennis shoes that are school appropriate. The biggest thing with the emergency medical forms, just so that you guys are aware, if you do not have the emergency medical forms filled out by our first day of school, we cannot permit students to get onto our computers. For the students that have come into my classroom, you guys know a majority of what students are doing are on the computer. So please make sure that you get those done. And again, I'll send out reminders over the summer. In July, I'm going to send you a letter with upcoming dates, just some reminders. I'll send you a school supply list, just to get you guys ready. And then in August, like I said, we start pretty early in August. And so again, I'll send out some reminders through Remind. I'll probably send out an email, things like that, as a reminder for back to school night. So I'm a big advocate of using email and Remind, because just so that you guys know, I do not have access to my classroom phone extension until August I think it's like the 10th or 11th. And even right now, if you have a question after tonight, please email me. Again, with us having limited hours that we're allowed into the building, I cannot access my phone. So it's going to be quicker and easier if you just shoot me an email. I'm going to pause for just a second. Any questions so far?
Can you add the Remind, like password or whatever it is, into the chat?
Mr. Dolsky, did you send the reminder now? Is it out there?
I didn't see it in the chat.
It did, yeah, but I can easily put the info in there too.
The other thing we can do, I think I have everybody's email, but I'm not positive. But if you just want me to email out all of these documents to you, just put in your email in that chat and say, email me the documents. And I can do that tonight or tomorrow, time permitting, and I'll have Mr. Dolsky kind of help me out keeping track of that. But like I said, I will send out paper copies. Are there any other questions before we're almost done, I promise.
Yeah, we do have a question in the comments that says, what if the student has band first period at their home school?
So I've had some students do this. What we do is we just make arrangements. We don't start school. So my juniors don't start till 8:05. So we've had situations where they go and do band. They might be a couple minutes late to my class, and we just work that out. That's not a problem. Make sure that when you are filling out that scheduling, make a note of that. And then I would also, if you would, just send me an email and say, hey, Mrs. Coker, this is so-and-so. I am in band at whatever high school. And I'll make a note of that just so I can make sure that I remember that come August. Does that help? All right, here's a list of the school supplies. And again, you don't have to have this right now. Like I said, I will mail this out to you guys. I can even email it out to everybody afterwards. So please don't panic yet about school supplies. To be honest with you guys, don't buy school supplies until July or August, because you and I both know that all of them are going to go on sale. And I always feel like 4th of July and then they start putting school supplies on sale. So there's just a list of things to be prepared to bring. But again, don't rush out and, get this just yet. Wait till July or August. School calendar. Mr. Dolsky, did you send them the school calendar?
Yes, I did.
Okay. Again, if you have questions between now and August, go to that onedayefcts.com website, or you can call the Eastland Career Center office. But again, because of the issues going on right now, they have limited hours. So the best way to probably get an answer to a question is to email me. But because like I said, I have limited office hours, I'm allowed to even get into my classroom, so I won't have access to my voicemail. So please feel free to email me. If you want to email me and talk to me, that's fine. Just email me and say, hey, Mrs. Coker, I have a question, can we talk? And I'll just give you a call. It might be a little bit easier that way. And that's it. That's all I have. If you guys have, I'm going to stop sharing my screen now and go back. And so if you guys have questions, please let me know. Were there any questions, Mr. Dolsky, that I didn't answer, that I missed?
Not that I saw, no.
Okay. Okay. Well, we're done early. We're done before 7, so that's good. If anything comes up before, you have to start ordering things, or before you have to sign up for classes or that kind of thing, again, please feel free to email me. I'm excited. I'm hoping things will be back to normal in August. But we'll just have to keep you guys posted. Please make sure that you do sign up for that remind. Again, that's kind of my easiest way to get a hold of you guys over the summer. And again, just look out. I'll do a mailing next week and send out paper copies of everything that we shared with you guys tonight. I'll send you out another letter probably late June, early July, just checking up. I'll send you the school supply list in July, and then come August, we'll be back at it. So if there's no other questions, I think we're good. In the event that things are postponed in the fall, do you guys have any ideas on how things? That is a very good question. I do not. I guess I'm being hopeful in that we'll be back to normal. I guess we'll have to wait and see. But as soon as we find out, we'll let you guys know. Any other questions before we end? Alrighty, I thank you guys for attending tonight. I appreciate it. So if I don't see you, I'll see you in August. Okay? Bye.
Yeah, if you have any questions at any point.
Yep, email me. All right, bye everybody. Paul, I'm gonna stop this and then I'm just gonna call you in here in a second, okay?
Okay.